Now we move on to our next session, next topic by Dr. Suman Kundu, and he will discuss the class marker and utilities. I request Dr. Suman to start the presentation.
So I'll be talking about one tool, class marker, what I used for in last semester for my classes. So this is a classmarker.com, the website, and this is free for 100 tests per month. So if you have a student strength of 50, you can take 2 tests in a month. And let me just show you the features, and then we can talk about the pricing also, that with a very less price you can have 400 tests per month. So once you log in, you will be put into this page. It's called dashboard. And if you go there, there is like question bank, categories, files, certificates, community. So certificates is paid version only. Files and certificates is available for paid version. Right now I have this free version. So if you go to the question bank, you'll see that you can have questions. These are the questions from my software engineering class. And also I created one category for today's session, is subject 1. So if I go to that filter, so I can see only some question that I created today morning itself. So what is this category? So category is, you can create category to group your question bank into subject, topic, and maybe based on the weightage. Just like I did my software engineering class, that I have a weight of like similar graded question of multiple choice into one category, then a matching question of like a 3-4 marks into another category, and there could be a small text-based question in a third category. So I did it organized in the subject 1, and then test category 1, test category 2, and test category 3. So this test category have 3 questions. Here it is showing 2 questions and 2 questions.
Question. Is it possible to enter mathematical equations in class marker?
I hope so. Let's see. So let's start with the question creation. So add question. So you have the option of a new question. I use these features only. There is a possibility of import. I never tried that. So if you go there, so you have these kinds of question option: multiple choice, then true false, then matching, free text, grammar, and essay. So these 2 possibly will require for humanities and social science subject, and these are the mostly technical questions we need. So once you create a multiple choice question, so you will have this particular rich text editor. So no, yeah, I'll try. Now I'm just looking for the mathematical question option. So I'll see that later. So you can test question of. So now you have the answer option, that is also a rich text editor, and you can choose which one is the correct option here, and then you can option 1, option 2, option 3. So there could be multiple options. You can have the option to add more answer options. So if you have like 5-6 options for that, and then you have to mark one of the multiple answer to be right. So let's say C is the correct answer. Now going here, now you have to choose the category where it belongs. So suppose category 1 have 2 marks, so you can put 2 marks. Then you have the option to randomize the answer. Then you have the option to make it a multiple answer option or a single answer option. So radio button will have single answer option, and checkbox will be a multiple answer option. The best thing about this software is you can just come here and see what it's about. So you can come to this question mark in each option and you can see that what is talking about. Now you can preview the question. This is how the students will going to see without this tick obviously, and then you can save it. Now if you go to true false is similar to multiple choice. Then there is a matching, which is very interesting, that there are the option that each option may have carry different marks. So that is also possible, or a single common marks possible, that only 1 or 2 for a whole question. That means matching also have option like a simple question. So maybe so I'll open one question I already prepared. And there is also option of multimedia question. So in the multimedia question, the answer is also a rich text editor. So that means you can have like an image, video as a matching option. So the both sides you can put image and videos. At the end, when you will add, you can create a category, put number. There is this shuffling option now, which has shuffle matches only, shuffle clues only, shuffle clues and matches. So both the sides will be shuffled. And then the grading scale, you can see here is that one is partial with deduction, one is partial without deduction. So if you want that a partial marking needs to be done for these kinds of matching, so you will have two options. One is with deduction, one is without deduction. So deduction means if suppose the student write 3 answers, out of which 2 is correct and 1 is wrong, then the wrong will have a penalty associated with it. So once you have, now you have also free text.
इसमें insert image भी कर सकते हैं ना?
हाँ, insert image. So insert image. Let me just show you. So suppose you want to insert image like this. So if you have a purchase account, you can upload files directly to their repository and add that, because it is showing that updated account record. For right now, you can do this from web. So let me just bring one photo maybe. For testing.
Video image.
So if I if I have this URL with me, I can just paste it here and have this embed into my
So
question.
math things we can do like this.
So you need to upload into some repository, maybe your Google Drive, and create a link which can be presented here, and you can have both the things. So now let me go back to my question bank, and for this question I have created few questions. So this question I have created. So if I want to edit, so now if I want to edit, I go to the edit, and I can see so the matching have left side I have 3 images and right side I have 3 images. So the matching question will come like that. So if I just review my question here, so I can see this is how the student will look, get this question. So match the following. Now if he opens this, so he will get 3 shuffled, and he needs to choose something, like select, and this will come again, and he will choose maybe. This is how the student will going to see the question. Now, with the matching question, there is also a possibility that you may have one single option for both the cases. That also is possible, like this: new match or same as match A, match B, match C. So that type of question can also be included here. These are a very broad category of questions what you can create. So for example, this question, I created like these two options, IIT Bombay and TIFR will have Maharashtra in their matching. So that could be possible. So this is, you make it 1:1. The question automatically class marker will shuffle that and it will be placed in front of the student. Now once you have the question bank ready, so you now want to assign this into a form of test. So to assign a test, you need to go to groups and you need to create one group. So if I create a new group, so let's group name. Now you can add members to this group. So free account do not have a link that can be shared with people. So you must have a group. So add members here. There is two options: register use now and self-registration. So I prefer to this option. And I need to put names like this format: first name, comma, last name, comma, email. So this can be easily done. If your all students are in Aryabhatta, you can download the student list that contains a first name, last name, and also the email ID. So that Excel file you can save as CSV and copy the first 3 columns and remove the rest of the all columns and save that as a CSV and open that CSV from any notepad or text editor and copy that whole text and paste it into here. So each row will have one name, one of the students, and corresponding email. And once you have that, so you can option that new members send the login details to them. So this system will automatically send the email to those particular users with the user ID and password to class marker. So you don't have to send separately user ID password to each and every student. And that emails will look like this. So you can also change this, I guess, you can also change this. But this is sufficient. So hi student name and then your username is this. And so I just give you an example. So this is what the email I got as a student. So now once I got this username and password, I can log into the system with this username and password as a student. So as a student, once I log in, so I will be given that what are the tests that were assigned to me. So before I go in this, so how this test came. So let me just go to the test. So you created a group. Now you need to create a test. So you have a question bank first, then you created a group, and then you need to create a test. Now test will have all the options that so you create a new test. Let me show you the option. So you put a name. Now from where you want to create the questions and answers. So it's just a generic. Let me put generic first. Start adding question. So once you have this, now you have the option to add question to this test. And here add a new question. So this will again add it to the question bank. You will write the question from the beginning and it will be added to the question bank itself. Or add from your question bank. You already have a question bank. You want to add that question from the question bank to this test. Add random questions. I prefer this. So if you click on the add random question, so then The questions will be selected from the category randomly as per your rules you will set right now. So select random question settings. You have two options. You can fix the total number of questions coming from different subcategories, or you can fix category wise. So if I use category wise, so now I have test category 1, I want only one question to come from there. I have test category 2, I want one question come from there. Then I can add from test category 3. So 3 questions essentially will come to this test. Now whether this will be grouped into a category or it will be in a random order. So I prefer random order. Now you submit that. So now you have a test rule coming here. That one from category 1, one from category 2, one from category 3.
Next one.
Now you can also have a common question. Suppose you want to have all these categories, but you want at least one question that is common to all the students. You can add that also from your question bank itself. So you select some question, maybe from test category 1. A common question. So let me add this question. Add question to the test. Test. Now see, so there will be one question that is common to everyone, and there will be question, random 3 questions from one from category 1, one from category 2, and one from category 3. So once you have done this, so your question is ready, you can preview the test. So this is how the test will start in a student screen. So it will first say this particular instruction. Okay, and then it will start, and one after another question will come. This one after another is already my default setting, that's why it is coming like that. So let's go to the. Now once you have this test, you can assign that test to a particular group. Assign to a group. And you select that Talkshop class I created with to my ID, and it is in my pre-selected settings, but you can change in the next screen. So if you now you have the option when this question will be available, when this test will be available. So you can right now open that this test is available right now, or you can put available from maybe today at 2 o'clock it will open, and at 2:30 it will be stopped. So it will automatically open at 2 o'clock for your students, and 2:30 it will automatically gone from their home page. So that their home page is like this one is their home page. So this test. So if I set these kinds of tests that this will be gone after 30 minutes, then they will not be able to see anymore. Then how many attempts you want to allow a student? 1 or many. So you can put any numbers like 2, 3, whatever you want to. Then instruction, that instruction screen will be shown to them or not. This instruction will be automatically selected based on your settings, like it is random, you cannot go back. So these kinds of settings. Then you put a time limit. So your question, your test is open for 1 hour, but you want your students to complete it by 10 minutes. So you can set that here. So within this 1 hour, any student joining maybe at 2 o'clock, at 2:05 or at 2:10, but they will get 10 minutes only after starting. They will not get any more time. So that can be set here. So is it possible to resume? So if you want to give them a chance to resume, pause and resume, then you can add that option. Now I prefer 1 question per page, and then randomize that question. So in the random order, so if I choose 4 questions, that 4 questions will now come randomly. So my question number 1 will be completely different to the next another student question number 1. And then there will be options that can change the answer, then they can go back and change the answer. I don't prefer that, to make it a little bit of is copy free. So then allow test taken to go back or not. So I am just removing that. and must answer the question. Then if that not a question is not answered, they cannot even move forward. But if you don't tick this one, then the student can skip a question and move forward, but never will be able to come back and answer it again. And then once the test is complete, do you want to show the result to the student or not? So that will be done like here. So if you want to show the score, you can just tick and show them the final marks. And then I assign the test. Once assigned, if I refresh, so this new test comes here. So this test, now student can start the test, and student will see this particular window with the instruction that you have 4 questions to answer, has time of 12 minutes, number of attempts is 1, must be finished in one sitting, so you cannot have like pause and rerun. Question displays per page 1, will not allow to go back and change your answers, will let you finish with some question unattempted, so they can skip. So if the student start, this is how the question is coming. So I put next. So now this is coming. So if I put few correct answer, few wrong answer, let's see what happened. Next. So here the student will get to know how many minutes are left with a nice bar, and then once finished, confirm finish now. So that is how I did not show them the results. And now let me go back and see my test. Now I can see the test with the result button here. Now if you have a paid version, you can also download the whole result in Excel format. But on a non-paid version, you have to click here and see the result and copy that into whatever type of system you keep that result. So this is my result. So the second student attempted, got 2.7 out of 5. He spent 47 seconds in the questions, and if I open the answer, I have the all details that from which IP they have started, then when started, when finished, and how much, then answer, each answer. So this has a partial question mark, so he got a partial marks automatically, 1 right and 1 wrong. And here also have a partial marks, so he got with penalty. I think this was configured with penalty, so he got some penalty also, he got only 0.2. And this is how the test results look like. Now if you want to have that the students to try again, you can also enable like update attempts. So then the student can also retest the same test, but question will be shuffled, question will be picked randomly, so he will get a completely new set. There might be 1 or 2 common questions, but there will be completely a different set. So if your question bank is large, you can expect that this question set will be more or less a different set. And if I go back to my test, and here I try to show how it looks like if multiple attempts is there. So this is the last attempt, and you have option to open the previous attempt. So in the first attempt, he scored 30%. In the second attempt also, he scored 30%. So these are the options you can do. So there are many options. I did not explore all these options. So with the free version, you don't have a link. So sending a link to the whole class is not possible. So you have to import the users as a group. Limitations is 5,000 students at a time. So you can just remove the older student from older groups, and you can create another group for new students if you exhausted your 5,000, and you have a limitation for 100 tests per month for a free account, which can be further upgraded with credits like this. So if you just have a professional plan, you will get 400 credits per month, so you can take 400 tests. So you safe side, you just remove 10 because you possibly have a one single test. You test yourself that how is coming. So 5, 10 you can remove, and then extra you can use. Then professional 2 for 1,000 credits per month. For maybe a larger classes where 200 people are there and you want to have 3, 4 tests a month, so you can opt for this plan. So these are the plans. And now this also have a option for TA to create login. So let me just check assistant. So here you can have an option.
Left side.
Okay, left side, assistant. So you can have assistant. So you can add assistant who can see the results and copy the results into whatever format you want to. So you can add a new assistant. And the assistant also, it's written, I did not try it so far, but it's written that you can control the access. So once you have the assistant, you can control that which group this particular assistant is assigned to. So if you have any questions.